Hey coaches, I had some conversations with a few of you today on the Coach Basics Bootcamp page, and I wanted to add some additional clarity and training for you all when you are moving through that 5-step process. I noticed in some of the conversations that were shared and in the way you guys were talking about it, and in remembering back to myself when I first started using the 5-step process. It is so common to be excited and passionate and really, really pumped up about your own results. And that's one of the big reasons why, it is the reason why we all got into this in the first place, was for our own results. And while it's wonderful to share your story and your results with others, chances are they've been watching your story unfold, either on social media as you talk about your excitement about things, or in person if they've noticed you've lost weight. And people watch, they really watch a lot more than we realize sometimes. And so if you have posted a challenge group invite on your wall, or if you have private messaged someone and you follow up and you say, hey, I noticed that you liked my post. What did you like about that? And they say, yeah, I'm interested. Can you get me some more information? Okay, that right there is only them saying they're interested. They're just interested in getting info. Okay, so where do you go from there? You don't start giving info. And I know that's the logical step in the conversation in the way that we normally talk to people. But in this particular case, you have to find out why they're interested. Okay, when you ask, so you would respond to that by saying, sure, I would love to give you some information, but I'd like to know a little bit more about you and your goals first so I can make sure that the information I provide is pertinent to you and where you are with this. And then you ask the following questions. Is there a certain number of pounds that you'd like to lose? Are you wanting to tone up? Is there an event coming up that you'd like to get in shape for? What is motivating you to get information on this upcoming challenge? Something to that effect. Ask more questions. All right, they're going to come back at you with most likely a very superficial why. They're going to say, well, I've been trying to lose these last 20 pounds since I had my kids and it's just not going anywhere. That's still a superficial why. Even though it's a concrete number, it's a specific number, that's not their deep down in their heart why. Okay, so you come back to them like this. 20 pounds is a wonderful goal for you to have. That's so exciting that you have that number in mind and you're willing to work for it. What do you think it will feel like when you step on the scales and it reads 20 pounds lighter than you are right now? What will that mean to you? Okay, so there, the questioning process has to lead them step by step. You're dropping breadcrumbs for them to follow you down the trail. You have to get that hardcore, deep down why. Because think about it, you guys. What brought you into this? You wanted more, right? You wanted more out of life. You wanted to change. You wanted to feel better about yourself. You wanted to get physical results, but in return, you've also gotten emotional, psychological, mental, spiritual results. And that's what you're wanting to share with other people. Yeah, the weight loss is great, but what you are really wanting to share with them is how you've changed inside. So if that's what you're after for them, you've got to get inside of their mind, of their heart, and listen to their deep down why. So that's why I keep driving home to you. Follow the 5-step process, but spend most of your time listening and asking deeper questions that help get at the heart of why they're interested. Once you have that concrete, hardcore why, something like, I know this 20 pounds that I need to lose is just weighing me down in so many ways. I don't have any energy. Every time I put my jeans on and I can't zip them, I just hate myself. I'm beating myself up about it. I feel lazy. I feel worthless. Whatever it is, we know what that's like to be there. So that's what you have to get out of these people. You can't just take them out, I want to lose 20 pounds, and then start giving them information, because they are going to run away. They're going to run away. They're going to feel defeated. They're going to feel overwhelmed. They're not ready for information yet until you have helped them realize what's truly motivating them to ask for your help. And once you have that why, everything else that you send them is structured around that why. All right, so once you have that deep down reason why this girl wants to lose 20 pounds, then you say, well, I totally understand. I was in your shoes not too long ago, and every time I stepped on the scales, I just felt disgusted with myself, and it was really depressing me. So I know exactly where you are, and I have found something that will help you out of that way of living, and I would love to help you get started. And then you can say, are you ready to hear more about it? So you're giving them tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces of information. And then you say, are you ready to hear more? Okay, so that's how the conversation should go so that you keep them engaged. Tiny little pieces. Don't tell your whole story yet. That's for later on, okay? Just a little bit. You just tell a little bit. You say, I'm just like you. I know where you are, and I can help you. All right, so spend lots of time in that questioning and listening phase, and I promise you guys it's going to yield a lot better success for you in closing the deal. So as you go into information, you can say, well, I know you're a busy mom. I've got the perfect program for you. It's only 25 minutes a day. There's an amazing, delicious shake that you can drink in the mornings for breakfast. You don't even have to cook anything. There's nothing to prepare. You just throw it in the blender or shaker cup, and you're out the door, go. No thought involved at all. No planning, nothing. Throw it in the cup, out the door, go. Does that sound like something that you'd be interested in? I think by Christmas, you could have those 20 pounds gone. And you can step on that scale and know that you can ask for a whole new wardrobe for Christmas, or use those gift cards to go shopping, or always connect the information back to their why. Not about what you've done, not about what you've accomplished, but to their why. Everything you send them after that point, you go back to that why, back to that why, back to that why, and you show them step by step how what you have addresses their specific need. Everybody knows we need to eat healthier. Everybody knows we need to exercise. Those are generalities. But each of us has our own personal deep down why for really wanting that. Maybe it's grandparents that passed away early of a heart attack. Maybe it's a family member who suffered for years with cancer. Maybe it's that you've always been overweight and you really are sick of being sick of yourself. There's a deep down why in everybody's heart as to why they're interested. So be careful before you run all over them with information that you've gotten that deep down why. Okay, guys, I just wanted to help you out with that a little bit, and it took me forever to learn that. I learned it the hard way, and I want to save you some of that time and effort wasted with these people. And if you've messed up and you've given them information too soon, go back to them and say, hey, I'm sorry. I realized that I just told you my whole story and gave you all this information, and that probably overwhelmed you. I'm really sorry. Let's start over and slow down. Okay, and then go back to and say, you said you were interested in this because you really wanted to lose 20 pounds. What do you think that would feel like if you stepped on the scale and they were 20 pounds lower? Okay, if the scale number reads 20 pounds lower, how would that feel? So it's okay if you mess up to go back and start over, okay? They'll forgive you. All right, good night, guys.